What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Stick to Basketball, featuring myself, Ash, and my co-host Chetan. We're back with our first sort of let's sort of discussion, like just a bunch of different topics or episodes in a while. We've been doing a lot of ranking. We had a football episode that would have dropped by now. So you guys can go and enjoy that if you like football. But we're gonna talk about some of the topics that have been going on in the league for the past maybe 4 to 5 weeks since we last talked about the league in general. And at the end, we have a little segment for you guys with players that we think are gonna break out. So stay tuned for that. But let's start off with the biggest news. Would you say of the offseason? Some of the biggest news. Russell Westbrook retired.
Yeah.
My basketball idol.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I started watching the Thunder, it was a very, 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 very sad day. But Shane, you can go first. What impact did Russ have on your life, and how will he be missed?
Russ didn't really have an impact on my life per se. Bad way to start it off. But I mean, great player, obviously. Really wished he got a ring. Like one of those players you look back on in a couple of years, you'd be like, damn, he kind of deserved a ring. I feel like a little hated throughout his career, especially towards the end of his career. One of my I think one of the most memorable things that when I look back on his career that I'll think of is that season in Washington. He goes to Washington, averages a triple-double. First of all, no one expected him to be on the Wizards that year. Nobody expected the Wizards to even be an 8 seed. We have Bradley Beal, who led the league in points per game that year. So I think that's just something kind of crazy that he was able to accomplish, which I think I'll remember. So it was a great career. So it's sad, obviously, that somebody that's as good as him is retiring, but definitely a Hall of Famer for sure.
Yeah, that Wizard season is I could go on Westbrook for hours, bro. But that Wizard season specifically is crazy because they were the 12 seed entering January.
Yeah,
this is still when Westbrook is good. So even after he left Thunder, I made a point to watch all of his games. So I was really invested in the Wizards that year, and they were really, really bad. Westbrook was terrible up to that point. It was such a confusing is my GOAT washed? But then in January he just averaged the most efficient 20-point triple-double, and they suddenly start winning games.
Dude, the one game that I specifically remember is the game against, I think it's the Nets.
Brooklyn,
they were down 6 with I don't remember exactly how many seconds were left on the clock, and ended up tying the game back or winning that game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, but that season he averaged 20 points, 20 rebounds, and 20 assists against the Pacers, bro. Mm-hmm. He's such a unique player. Obviously we have Jokic, who's going to break his record next year. He's only 11 behind.
Yeah.
But I think he changed the way that basketball fans look at stats, right? Mm-hmm. if you were talking basketball with your friends back in the day, points, rebounds, assists was not really it wasn't really as prevalent as it was today, because everyone in 2016 thought Steph Curry was the best player in the world or the second best player in the world, and his points were assists for 29 points, 4 rebounds and 5 assists. It wasn't really those are worse points, rebounds, and assists than Trae Young, right?
Yeah.
But Steph was still considered great because of his impact on the field, on the court. But Westbrook shattered all that, because the next season he averages 31, 10, and 10, and the triple-double became it became so colloquial. Everyone is using it casually for the first time, because he had more triple-doubles that season than the league had the year before. So it was a real push, and you could see players like Luka who dominate points, rebounds, assists. Jokic, Denny Avdia, all these players
Sengun, bro. They're highly regarded because they're very every night they're considered on triple double watch. So that's kind of stats prove those kind of points for them.
And that started with Westbrook, bro.
Yep.
And he was such a it's so weird now, because I support, obviously my favorite player right now is a consensus at worst top 3 player in the league. So it's a very different experience defending him versus what Thunder fans went through defending Russ, bro. Because Thunder fans, we were convinced that Westbrook was the best point guard in the league. And when you look back on it, yes, Steph was there. But in 2017, it felt like we were watching God at times, bro. Mm-hmm. And defending him was always so much harder than defending anyone else because his play style was so polarizing, and people always used to say, "Oh, like he doesn't play for wins, he plays for stats." But I mean, I think it's crazy talk, but it is crazy. He's the first player, like for me at least, that made me feel old because like him retiring is like, dude, like that, like it puts things in perspective. Because my first year watching the league was Westbrook's rookie season,
Yeah.
so it really puts things into perspective. Like this dude is too old to play in NBA anymore. Like fuck,
Yeah.
but
Saw his whole career go by.
yeah, what a player. Definitely top 5 point guard ever potentially.
Yeah.
He's in those conversations. He's in those conversations.
Yeah.
But moving on now, former Russ teammate, dude. I mean, shout out to Shane. Shane's been really running it with the clips lately, and you could tell that we should have probably talked about this, but we just haven't
There's
because
no
no
there's
one
no
knows.
like there's no final say on like what actually is gonna happen. I mean, something came out that he was all good. Like there was no like negative evidence towards him. Like Kawhi will be fine, and then like an hour or two later comes out that those reports weren't like as correct as we thought it would be, and like there's more like there's just too much back and forth.
What I think happened is I'm pretty sure Kawhi is free. And like Shams broke the news, but I'm almost certain the NBA found nothing, but wants to report it on their timeline. And
Yeah.
ESPN just said like, nah, fuck that. We're gonna get out ahead of this. And the NBA like PR team was probably like, oh, like this is not true because we didn't corroborate on the article. But in reality, in like 2 weeks, we're probably gonna hear like, oh, Kawhi Leonard is like not facing any punishment for this, whatever.
I mean, I know the season starts in October, but like it's already like the end of August, basically. It's about to be September. I feel like
we don't know what team he's on, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what is he still a free agent or like what's going on?
Like, I have no idea. Where I think it's safe to assume that he's going to be a Raptor. Like,
Yeah.
it would shock me.
Mhm.
It does like a quick side related conversation, bro. It does make things interesting because, like, you and I, like, let's be honest, we don't really care about this too much. Like, it doesn't really impact either of our teams. But at the end of the day, like, if this kind of stuff is allowed, because the information that Pablo Torre was giving, it looked pretty legit, bro. It looked like they scammed them.
Mhm.
But if this is allowed, like, don't be surprised if Luka Doncic is suddenly in Avengers Secret Wars as a side character, just as like a side endorsement, or like don't be surprised if I don't know, Carl Anthony Towns gets his face on like Madison Square Garden just because like as a side part of his contract. You know, I feel like it kind of allows everything. Like now, truly, if you think about it, if this is fine, then like rich teams just have an advantage.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's what like the aprons are for. But I mean, if you're doing things under the table, then you're just throwing out the aprons like out the window because the money's not accounted for at that time. So the league doesn't really know what's going on with the money. So
like if you're Anthony Edwards, right? Let's say the Timberwolves for some reason haven't won a championship by his next contract, and he's like, "Fuck, do I want to leave?" Like,
yeah,
and let's say Minnesota can offer Ant $350 million at that point, right?
Mhm.
But Miami comes in and they offer Ant $300 million, but you know, we can get you some opportunities with like ESPN. We can get you some opportunities on like this on the side. Whereas like Minnesota is not it's not Miami. You know what I mean? Like it's not as like hot a town, so they're not able to get the same endorsements. I feel like that really like it concerns me just a little bit.
I feel like I mean, you could say this also with all the gambling stuff that's happened in the NBA. Like when the first thing happens, they'll look at stuff more closely, but also at the same time, when the first gambling thing happened, other stuff kept happening after. So
Yeah.
I don't really know how much the NBA got control over what's really going on. Like I don't know how much like Adam Silver is really going to do to try and prevent these things from happening. I don't is that really the top of his priority? I don't think so.
He didn't win anything, so they're like, oh, whatever. Like I don't think he gives a fuck. Like it's not
if anything, this gives the NBA more publicity. It's negative publicity, which I think no association wants, but like publicity is publicity at the end of the day.
You're gonna get eyes on you, bro.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't know. Like it does disturb me a bit that the Raptors came out and said, "Oh, Kawhi and his uncle were asking for impermissible stuff," and the Lakers came out and said the exact same thing.
Kawhi's uncle be putting him in some precarious situations, bro.
Terrible situations, bro. That guy's a scam artist.
Yeah, bro.
I think Kawhi would still be on the Spurs today if it wasn't for that fuck ass uncle, bro.
Yeah, bro.
But some other corruption going on.
See, exactly, bro. Like there's a bunch of stuff that you just don't know what's happening.
Yeah. This is crazy. I don't know if you ever watched the show Succession, but that's like one of my favorite shows. This is literally the fucking plot. So for context, for those who don't understand the situation, last year Jeannie Buss sold the Lakers to Mark Walter, and this was Jeannie Buss's decision, and the 5 siblings did not want to take part in this decision. Right? This is Jeannie. I want to make some cash off of Mark Walter, whatever, distribute the money, whatever, fine. So right after Mark Walter buys the team, Mark Walter fires every single one of the Buss siblings except for Jeannie. So obviously everyone else is pissed, right? Fast forward to now, Mark Walter is embroiled in like the most insane FBI scandal that no one is talking about. He has to get as much money as possible to repay a bunch of loans. He sells the share of the Lakers to fucking the Kushner brother and this former CEO of Disney. And like now with that sale, there's a tag-along clause. So then the Buss siblings can vote to just kick Jeannie out. So they're like, fuck you, you fired me, I'm kicking you out. But then Jeannie is like, no, like, I'm the actual governor, you can't do shit to me. So that's what's going on right now.
And then what's really interesting about this is when Walter bought the Lakers, I think he bought them for 10 bill. And they're selling for 12.5 bill within 14 months, bro. Where is $2.5 billion coming from?
What kind of diva asset are you to profit by $2.5 billion?
Another thing, they don't own their arena.
They don't.
They lease their arena, so they get no revenue from their arena itself. Yeah. So where are you getting that money from?
So I don't know, but I mean, it is interesting because this isn't the only ownership thing going on. Like apparently Matt Ishbia might have to sell the Suns because he made a super bad gamble by shorting fucking stocks.
Yep.
The Celtics just got sold. The Nuggets ownership situation is really interesting because Kroenke views the Nuggets as the worst part of his portfolio, so he might sell them. All these teams selling NBA teams, bro. It's kind of fishy. I don't why all of a sudden everyone's trying to get out now.
The Wolves did just get sold, but that was kind of for an unrelated reason. It was kind of just taking the team away from Glenn Taylor at that point.
And the Mavericks just got sold.
You think the NBA has something to do with that too? You think the NBA was like, we don't want Glenn Taylor being an owner of the Wolves anymore. We gotta force the team out of his hand.
Why? Because he's not rich enough.
Yeah, that
definitely should play. I mean, the NFL is probably begging and pleading for the Bengals owner not to be an owner anymore. When you no disrespect, poor relative, right? Because he's fucking worth $900 million. But if you just can't keep up with the financial demands of the league, you're essentially you're holding the league back.
How much control does the league have on who's able to buy the teams?
There's some sort of vetting process, and
that
it's a bunch of interviews, and it's with other owners too.
Me and you randomly just came up. They never knew about us, and we came up with 20. We had 20 bill, for example, and we go and we're like, we want to buy the Suns.
They won't let us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's you have to have credit, right? You have to have experience running something, because the owners all vote for you. That's the Blazers. That's why everyone's so pissed at the Blazers owner, because everyone
that dude's cheap as hell, man.
Yeah. Honestly, we should have probably talked about that before this. But the thing is they saw him. What's the Carolina hockey team's name? The Hurricanes. They saw he owns the Hurricanes. They just won the Stanley Cup. So it's he's a good example of someone who can build a team from scratch. But no, bro, that guy's a scam artist.
The incentive-based salary for your head coach is insane.
Crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah. So we'll keep you guys posted on those two things. I think the Kawhi situation is pretty cut and dry. But the Lakers ownership is pretty interesting because if you're Luka, you have 2 owners in 2 years. You already left a dysfunctional situation in Dallas. You don't want to be another one, right? I would. It's an above 0% chance you request a trade.
Dude, yeah, and like I mean, if some fishy stuff is going on and there's some sus acts do come out and that comes to be true, God knows what happens at that point too.
What I'm saying, if I'm him, I'm requesting a trade, bro. Like,
Yeah, I
get
mean,
me out of here.
bro, if he really likes Dallas that much, bro, you should request a trade to Dallas, bro.
Nah, no way Dallas ever trades Lakers ever again, bro. No way. Luca go team like y'all. We might have to start liking Luca.
That'd be tough.
But let's move on to more positive news. We have Peyton Watson joins the Cavs. I don't have the Cavs in 10 seed anymore, bro. It's honestly changes my mind. Like this,
Yeah.
this really improves their defense.
I think this is a perfect fit for the Cavs.
Definitely.
4 year, 88 mil. In my opinion, like, I mean, in all honesty, he averaged like 14.6 points per game. I like shot 42% from three. Like my whole thing is like all this hype was off of 30 games, but if you're with the way the league is going right now, I think half of it is like how much potential somebody has.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, 22 mil with the contracts that some other players have, I don't think it's like terrible.
I think it's good. I mean, like he's making $10 million per year less than Emmanuel Quickly. He's making like $9 million less than
making $3 million less than Christian Braun.
Exactly what I'm saying. So I think it's fair. I think it's fair at this point, bro. And he's a big loss for the Nuggets specifically. Like, you know, we discussed when like Naz Reid got traded. It's like Naz Reid is more important to the Wolves than like the rest of the league. Yeah. Like I feel like Peyton Watson's so important to the Nuggets because now, bro, who is guarding anyone?
Not a single perimeter defender.
Yeah, like that. You hope Christian Braun can be that, but he gets torched.
He gets torched consistently.
You hope Aaron Gordon's that, but he's just always hurt.
Yeah, his hamstring is made out of like a string.
That's what I'm saying. Jokic, Jamal Murray. Oh, good God! Like it's like that's a big loss for them.
That team better, and also like their biggest free agent signing being Lonnie Walker too. While you lose Peyton Watson, that's
Lonnie Walker couldn't get in. Like he was in the Celtics rotation, bro. I think he won a ring. Like we just didn't know.
Yeah. I mean, maybe I think they got Marvin Bagley or whatever. But those being your biggest free agent signings when you lose Peyton Watson it's kind of crazy. But yeah, I mean, again, like this is maybe the ownership. Like you never know. I mean, again though, we were talking about this before. These owners do typically want to spend money though.
No, but this owner specifically, bro. If you own Arsenal, the Rams, the Avalanche. Like all your teams win, you rake in tons and tons of money,
and then you have like Jokic too.
That's what I'm saying. Jokic is a free agent next offseason.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna leave, but
thing behind it, in my opinion, I think is like their tax that they would be paying would be raised from like 60 mil to like 200 or something like that, and re-signing Peyton Watson, and that's the reasoning your tax increases that much. Like the player not equal, like I don't think like the player equaled that kind of money. So maybe that's why they did it. But yeah, like for example, if it was like a star player and they had to re-sign a star player and they went into the tax, I think they would do it. But just because it's Peyton Watson doing it to them, I feel like that's why.
My issue is the process, right? Like it's like so Peyton Watson's this important of an asset to your team. You have Zeke Naji, who's like just trade these guys and get a player, right? Instead, like you get
Nuggets fans hate Zeke Naji too.
True, because they gave him 4 years. He's just stealing $8 million from them. Like he's probably worse than Bronny. I don't know. Like with respect, bro. But like just get a player. They got a pick. They got a 2031 pick. What's that gonna do for Jokic?
Nothing, bro. He's gonna be 4 years from now. He's gonna be like 36.
That's what I'm saying.
Or 34, 35, something like that.
We'll say mid-30s. Like it's. And I think a lot of like the perception around Jokic is that like he doesn't care about basketball that much. He just loves like Denver, like whatever. This guy definitely cares about basketball, bro. Like he's definitely locked in. I would not be surprised if there's like a part in his mind where it's like, this team is not serious. Like my third best player can't stay on the court. My second best player barely stays on the court too. Like it's pretty much just me every night. Like we give Jokic a lot of shit, right? But that the team building in Denver is like genuinely just horrendous. Like they just lose a little more every year.
I honestly think they should have just let MPJ like get healthy after like after that series when he hurt his shoulder. Let him get healthy in the offseason instead of trading him away for Cam Johnson.
Yeah.
And then come back next season. And I don't think would they be a championship level team? Probably maybe not. But I think they'd be a lot better off than they are right now.
But it's that Christian Brown contract, bro. Like, you could have waited 1 year before paying him, but they rushed into it thinking they get some value on it. Turns out he's the worst player in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I don't know.
25 mil, bro. It's
crazy.
It's a lot of money, bro. Like I know NBA money is it's a lot of. It's not 25 mil is not a crazy big contract in NBA money, but still, you got to put it into normal perspective too. At the same time, you're paying somebody that's averaging 10 points a game, not shooting consistently from three like he's supposed to be shooting. That money. So
I probably won't see 25 mil in my life, bro.
Yeah, bro.
This dude made it but yeah, we to briefly touch on the Cavs. I think this honestly is just the move they needed. If they can get some buy-in from Evan, they just re-signed Harden to
3 years. 3 years, 97 mil.
Yeah.
I
think that's fine. That's about probably what he's
gotta give him 30 mil. I think he's not signing for anything less than 30 a year.
Probably what he's worth. If you look at the people around him, I keep bringing up Emmanuel quickly. He's better than Emmanuel quickly.
Yeah. I think that's what the Cavs needed. Another 3-and-D, athletic wing with potential, kind of be a perimeter defender, that kind of defender that takes on the best offensive player night on and night out. I also
lost Dean Wade too.
Yeah, they lost Dean Wade. I think also defensively, maybe this takes a little pressure off Evan Mobley. I know Evan Mobley's still gonna be that paint presence, but maybe he can tap into that offensive potential that we've been hoping for the last 4 or 5 years.
That's a coaching issue, bro. The fucking and they analytically won the series last year against the Knicks. So
dude, how do you analytically win a series when you get swept?
Dude, that's so much, bro. So the coaches are so stupid. The Maryland football coach came out. We went 4-8 last year, and he's we went 4-8 the year before. So obviously people want to fucking fire him, and we're gonna get a similar Kevin Willard type rant if Mike Locksley's the coach in 3 weeks, bro. I'm not gonna lie. And he was we were 4-8 2 years, but last year's 4-8 we were a good 4-8. What the fuck does a good 4-8 mean, bro? Sorry.
Good loss, bro. Good loss.
Good loss.
Yeah. But yeah, I think this will be good for the Cavs. It'll be interesting. Yeah. I think the East is getting better, so they definitely needed to make some moves with the roster they had, and they did. So
this is great for us, bro. This confirms you guys are easily the third best team in the West.
Yeah, definitely. Spencer Jones is probably Spencer Jones is the Nuggets' third most consistent player. Yeah, I think we're good.
Thank Presti, bro. We got that Spencer Jones contract. We forced him to sign it.
Yeah,
they
bro.
Had to make a decision on Peyton Watson because of the luxury tax. They could have traded Spencer Jones and Zeke Naji for something later.
They didn't want to do it.
We make moves around here, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right, this is the longer part of the episode, guys. I saw this concept in a couple other YouTube videos. It's think of players as stocks, and you invest in who you think is gonna really break out this year. We can kind of look at it like that, and maybe throughout the year, if some of these actually break out or some of these really flop, we can bring them up in later episodes too.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just start. We have a couple for you guys. I think we were thinking 7, so we'll just go down and quickly say who we're super invested in this future. And you can start.
Yeah. So my first one is Nikola Jovic on the Heat. I think, bro, you don't think so, bro?
I don't think so, bro. It's over.
0-for-1 already is crazy.
That guy's trash. That guy's so trash.
Think about it. There's no one on. I mean, yeah, he plays the same position as Giannis technically, but the depth on that team, bro, it's pretty horrendous. I think Spoelstra is gonna need to tap into him. If you can't expect to just run a 5-man rotation over and over again. It's not gonna work. This boy is gonna get the opportunity. I feel I've seen flashes. He's 6'9", 6'10" around there. He has a little bit of an outside shot that's not super consistent, but I think the more he plays, I think the confidence will get there. But I mean, the opportunity is there. He just needs to go and take it. So I think potentially he can do it.
You are investing low, bro. I will say.
Yeah, that is
These are penny stocks. Like if he becomes a great player, bro, you're gonna be the first one to ever say it. Um, so for my first one, I'll go. Come on, Maluach.
okay.
Obviously, like not as insane as fucking Nikola Jovic because he was a top 10 pick last year,
Yeah.
but like he didn't really get much burn last year for the Suns. They a lot of Mark Williams.
Mhm.
I'd be incredibly shocked if Mark Williams can stay healthy for 2 straight years. I think we're gonna see a lot of Kaman Malach, and like in the small minutes he's played, there's a little bit of an outside jumper which he didn't have in college. He has pretty good feeler on the basket. He's obviously a super lanky defender, and the Suns need like center play. Like Mark Williams is like decent, but they need someone with some upside because like Devin Booker, for as much shit as people give him, is still a pretty good passer. That screen and roll could be a really effective play for them to have with Gillespie too. So I think the Suns are kind of in a tough spot in the West. I don't know if either of us had them making the playoffs, like maybe as like a 10 seed or something.
Yeah.
So they're not really in that good of a position. So any interesting play from them would be the better.
Yeah, that's not a bad pick. My second one is gonna be Modest Buzelis. I think
Yeah,
this is more of maybe like a common kind of pick, but I think with the way like the Bulls roster is like constructed, I think you have a little bit of better pieces coming into that team with like I mean obviously Caleb Wilson is like the talk of what they
yeah.
did, and then you Norman Powell also like I think that's a really good veteran that gives them a consistent scoring punch, and then Buzelis took some major strides last season as kind of being like a primary scorer, primary ball handler. Only thing I think he needs to do is just tweak that 3-point jumper a little bit. He shoots 35%, which isn't like it's not terrible or anything, but if he can get it to like 37, 38, then I think that next leap will really be there. But defensively and like athletically, I think he has like all the potential to put it together.
Yeah, I had Monticello on my list too. I mean, he is like you said, he has like the perfect situation in Chicago to sort of like take as many shots as he wants. Like it's just him and Caleb really, and Giddy's gonna get him all the ball. So I agree. I'll just give you my three then, since we have the same one, and I have Davion Mitchell.
Great.
I gave him my most improved award. I think he's gonna have to take a big leap on that team. He's probably gonna be their fourth option to start, maybe even their third option some nights with Wiggins not playing that great sometimes, and he's gonna be their best perimeter defender for sure. Like, and on a team as defensively sound as Wiggins, Giannis, and Bam, he's gonna have a lot of confidence to like play as aggressive as he possibly can, knowing that like if you get by Davion, you have to deal with like Giannis and Bam, bro. That's like
bro.
That's so.
It's a crazy defense. Like
So,
Davion's like the one player where like a lot of like guards when they say like who is one of the harder players that's like guarded you, they usually say Davion Mitchell, or they say like he makes them work the most.
yeah. So I'm expecting big things from him defensively, of course, and offensively, I think you should take a big leap as well.
Yeah, that's not a bad pick at all. For my third person, I'm going to have somebody on the Timberwolves, Terrence Shannon Jr.
Nice.
I think this season, like,
give us a point total.
Huh?
Give us a points per game.
He's gonna come off the bench, probably be like our seventh man. I'll go like 10 points a game.
Okay, 10 points a game, not bad.
Which I think is solid for him because just getting consistent minutes is going to be huge. We saw what he did in the playoffs, like the last 2 games when we were injured. He kind of stepped into that role, gave us like an instant boost. Was actually like the main reasons we won that closeout game against the Nuggets. Chris Finch also like openly said that he's like figured out how to use him in the lineup. I think that was a major like way with why he wasn't producing as well with like what his potential is like he needs the ball in his hands a lot, and Finch was playing him alongside Ant way too much. So with him coming off the bench, I think that's going to have the ball in his hands a lot more, especially playing alongside Ayo. I think Ayo is the kind of player that could play off the ball a little bit more. So I think that pairing is going to be cool. And we really need some production off the bench. He has the talent. He can get to the rim like a downhill scorer. Just again, like I think it's going to be a consistent theme for a lot of these players, like that 3-point shot. It's one of those things where if they can get it consistent, like it'll be a whole different level to their games.
Yeah. You said a 7th man. Who's going to be your 6th man?
Oh no, he probably will be our 6th man.
Actually, yeah, I was going to start, right? Yeah,
I was going to start. He'll be our 6th man.
Yeah. I think you might get more than 10 points a game.
I'd say like 13 potentially. Then
you can get some good minutes on that team.
Yeah.
Speaking of jump shot away, I might be buying too high, bro. But like I think he's already regarded as like a really, really good player. But I think he's gonna make like a star to superstar sort of jump. I'll go Amen Thompson. Like
Oh,
I
okay. Amen Thompson. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Asar is still a better defender, but
Yeah, definitely.
it's tough for me to ever see him like make a shot. But
Superstar jump though.
I'm thinking like dead like best player. Oh
Best like.
yeah, like you would say you could say it's a conversation as to who the best player on the Rockets is.
Oh,
Whether that's to be with Kevin Durant declining or that's Amen Thompson going up is your call. But
yeah. I mean,
I think both are gonna happen.
yeah.
But
I think I'll bank on KD. I mean, because my reasoning is, well, my main thing, like the jump shot, obviously has a better one than a men or than a SAR does, like definitely. But to get to that level, like that 25, 26 point per game level,
does
like
he need it to get 25, 26 points a game? I just don't. I just think
I can't
he's
see
so
somebody,
physically imposing, bro.
but
Like
I can see somebody being just a pure slasher kind of player, be like averaging 26 a game.
Russ. I mean Russ at a mid range, but
I
Giannis.
did have a midi, but
Giannis.
that's Giannis though.
his comp like play style would be like if Giannis is 6'7". Like that would be
Yeah, but Giannis is 6'10.
yeah, but he gave you 19 last year. I think like a 6 point jump isn't too crazy, bro. And they're gonna need him because like I don't think Kevin Durant is gonna remain the third like the 10th best player in the league.
They're definitely going to need him because you have Fred VanVleet coming off an ACL injury.
Yeah,
You have Alperen Sengun, who I think is fucking garbage.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
I mean, I
So
don't know, I'm not high on the Thompson twins, to be honest.
yeah, that's interesting to me because of how much you like defense.
Yeah,
I'm very high on the Thompson twins.
for example, like if you asked me like 4 years ago how high I would be on Jaden, like I would be like, yeah, amazing defender, but again, like you need that jumper. But like for example, Asar, I don't in my mind, I can't think of him being like a person who could have a consistent 3-point shot. Maybe he'll prove me wrong. Amen, I think there's a higher chance of him doing it, but to get to 26 points per game, I think to be a slasher, you got to be on, like you said, that Giannis kind of level, and like it's not there yet. I don't think he's gonna get to the line that much either.
You don't think so? That's where I think he's gonna get a lot of his points, bro. And he's such a shifty shooter right now because he's so physical. And it's always those he has like the highest second bounce in the league, so he's just getting so many offensive putbacks. Like
the thing is, a lot of these players that like are physically imposing, they don't call the fouls because a lot of the refs just kind of think like, oh, they should be able to take the contact.
You're right about that.
You got to play through.
Honestly, a big reason why Shea gets the whistle that he gets as well.
Yeah,
the skinny and wire. Yeah, definitely.
I don't think Amen has like the name yet in the league to be like, all right, I'm gonna call a whistle.
You're gonna build the name, bro.
Yeah,
but we'll see. I get the doubt, right? But like maybe I'm investing more than I thought. But
I mean, you gotta invest once you invest.
That's what I'm saying. Bars, bro. that's what I'm saying. So that's my 4, right? So who's your 4?
My 4 will be. Oh, all right. I'm gonna go Jared McCain.
Nice.
I think this is good because Lou Dort isn't on the team anymore. So obviously, like Casey Wallace kind of goes up into the starting role, and then you have AJ Mitchell coming off the bench as that like de facto like point guard to back up Shea. And then I think last season you saw like the flashes of what Jared McCain can do when he's put into the lineup, but at certain points it was hard to find like a place to play him because of that guard talent on the team. And now like the talent kind of it's still there, but it's not as many people because Lou Dort left. So I think the opportunity for a lot of these players, that's kind of what they need. And I think he's going to have it. It's going to be on a good team. You're going to a lot of nationally televised games. That 3-point shot has been hella consistent since he's came into the league. His injuries in his rookie year don't really seem like they're affecting him. And even defensively, like I think he has it in him to be like a pesky defender that can stay in front of people, that can hold his own. So I'll hold that Jared McCain stock.
And dude, the person that was in his role ahead of him, Isaiah Joe, he's on the Pistons now, so he's naturally gonna take that spot.
Aaron Wiggins on another team too.
Aaron Wiggins on Atlanta with Dort.
Yeah, so I mean, like, there's a lot of opportunity for him to kind of pick up some minutes that are left around right now.
Yeah. I got Thunder as well. I have the person that is starting, Casey Wallace. I think you kind of saw when Shea was injured how good his offensive game was. He was averaging 20 in that span. I think you're gonna see finally, bro.
Yeah.
Shea is playing next to a guard that can dribble. Like it's crazy. Like how many times because Dort was such a negative offensively but such a positive defense that you had to play him, but such a negative offensively that you only had to play him with Shea because like Shea can make up for it. So
Mm-hmm.
Casey and Shea didn't really share the court too much. It was always Kaysen and AJ. So, but whenever Shea and Kaysen did share the court, it was so nice because they both are so pesky perimeter defenders that like it's like really hard to score on them, and like Shea has a viable option to pass it to.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see like 38 minutes a night of Kaysen Wallace's defense is gonna be. It'll be really interesting to see if he can keep it up. But if he can, bro, all defensive teams are on the way.
Yeah, that's a good pick. I mean, he's sliding into that Lou Dort role. I think that 3-point shot, in my opinion. I mean, when Lou Dort is on, shot's obviously on, but you need
Yeah,
consistency game throughout game, and
yeah,
you're not gonna have somebody committing some careless fouls every single game. So that's one thing
yeah,
I'm
bro.
happy
Yeah,
about.
Kaysen Wallace is definitely the most ethical defender on the Thunder.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yep. Agreed. He be moving his feet
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
We're on 5 or 6 now.
This is your fifth.
Fifth. My fifth one, I'll go Ace Bailey. Um,
Okay.
I think he'll probably end up being more like getting that. I don't know if he's gonna start. Maybe he'll start, but I think the production will come better for him if he's coming off that like 6-man role. To be honest, because that's like the talent for him is like literally putting the ball in the basket. And I don't think he had a bad rookie year last year at all. Like in the beginning he did struggle like with the shot, like 3-point shot wasn't there, but defensively, like that was something that people thought like he wouldn't be good at, but he kind of honed in on that, kind of gave effort that was there. And like I think the Jazz are going to be competitive. You have a really good coach. I think
Yeah.
that's another thing. Like when you have like continuity around you and you're like playing with a purpose, like your game kind of gets taken to a next level. And I mean, he was a 6th overall pick is when he got drafted. So the talent's definitely there. It's just about getting the opportunity and it translating. And I think it will happen if the Jazz are healthy and they play meaningful basketball.
Yeah, that's a great take, bro. And yeah, I have the Jazz being like I have the Jazz on the Lakers tier, so like he's gonna play a lot of meaningful games for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I was really debating on this next one, but I think he's still like not recognized enough to where I can pick him. I'm gonna go Nickeil Alexander Walker.
Okay.
I think there's still another level he can reach,
Yeah.
and he's gonna be the Hawks' secondary option pretty much the whole year now. He kind of came on super strong mid last year, right? Like but this year I think we could see like a 22, 23 point per game season from him. He averaged just 19 the year before, and with the ball in his hands more, I think we're gonna see less CJ McCollum. He's gonna have
Yeah.
less defensive responsibilities now that Dort is on the team, so he's gonna
Yep.
be a lot more like on the ball. And I think, I mean, it's gonna be tough in the East for him to make an All Star now because there's so much talent in the East now. But I think he's gonna be in the sort of conversations like, oh, it'd be interesting if Nickeil Alexander Walker is an All Star. So I'll buy some of his stock.
That's not a bad pick. I mean, like he did average like 20 a game, but also the way he ended the season off last year, I think he didn't play as good in the playoffs, like you said too.
Yeah.
The regular season he ended it good, but the playoffs wasn't good. So I think if
Not good, no.
he starts the season off like better, I think definitely could make a name for himself again.
Yeah.
My 6th player, I'm gonna go Bilal Coulibaly from the Wizards. I think, bro, he was like, if I'm not mistaken, he was a 7th overall pick. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure. Like,
I want to them so bad.
yeah, he's a defensive like demon when he's healthy. Like he flies all across the floor. He can guard the other team's best perimeter player on off defensively. He can guard in the paint. He's a great shot blocker for somebody that plays like a 3, kind of like 3 guard. He's not a great shooter. He only shot 32% from 3, and he's also like pretty injured. That's like one thing that holds him back a lot. But I think like the Wizards again, like it's kind of another common theme. Like these kind of teams that have the talent and have the roster that are supposed to play meaningful basketball. I think that changes a lot of things for these players. More eyes on them too. Kind of you have people kind of seeing the talent, and I think he can really blossom kind of into like a two-way wing in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, it's not a bad take. So for my last one, I have Derek Queen.
Ooh.
I was thinking, it's really hard for me to like think about players that like, but I feel like we talk a lot of players on this podcast.
Dude, I feel like
Well,
Derek Queen. I feel like Derek Queen's gonna get cooked, bro. Not because he's a bad player, because the
he's a
situation he's in, dude.
Yeah, that's the thing, bro. And that team is so depressing. Like, is there a more depressing team? Not the Kings. Is there two more depressing teams in basketball than the Pelicans, bro? Like,
I don't think so, man.
it's just sad. It's just them and the Nets, really. Like, and it's
Like, as a Pelicans fan, what do you look forward to, bro?
nothing, bro. Like post AD, what are you looking forward to?
Billion hoops for 40 games a season.
Yeah, I mean, he did play 60 games last year. He was fairly healthy,
I mean,
but
I don't know, bro.
But to be fair, one thing I guess they should look forward to is they have a good amount of young talent. Like it's like Jeremiah Fears and Derek Queen, with Zion still fairly young. DeJounte Murray's still kind of decent. So you have like I think they'll be like a competitive, like annoying team on most nights. But
This is my thing. Like, if you're like I was saying about these other players, like they were stuck in these kind, like they were stuck in the situations the Pelicans are in kind of right now. Like always kind of being a bottom tier team.
mm-hmm.
As a rookie or as like a second year player, third year player that wants to develop in the league, when you're on teams like this, like where's the development going to come from? Like
Nothing, bro.
what?
It's
Like
tough.
yeah,
Your
because
development comes from like playing other players. Like it's basically like
but
you're
you're
kind
not
of
building
learning in the
a team at
game.
that point though. Like
You're
if
not
for
learning in
example
the game.
Jeremiah Fears and Derek Queen, like you're playing like non-meaningful basketball for just no reason, and then I assume like if they're like the 14th, 13th seed, like 3/4 towards the end of the season, they're probably gonna end up benching them.
Yeah.
And that's just gonna like hurt them.
But if Derek Queen is as good as like his ceiling is,
Yeah,
it changes everything. Then all of a sudden, like you have like it's like an offensive hub at like
yeah.
center who can like
Yeah,
pin the
like a
ball.
mini Jokic over there, kind of.
Yeah, like yeah. I don't want to say Jokic. 'Cause I feel like that might be a bit too soon. That's the comp. That's just like that's the ideal version of Derek Queen,
Yeah,
right?
maybe like a Sabonis, but has a better shot.
Yeah, and like he's a way more refined post game than Sabonis did when Sabonis came in the league at this point.
Yeah,
And for all the shit he gets on defense, it's not like any of those players who are of that archetype are guarding, bro. Like
yeah.
he just it's just very unfortunate that they chose to pair him with Zion. Like that basketball fit made no sense from the beginning, and it still makes no sense because they're just both so paint dominant.
You think Zion ever has the ability to become a good defender?
Sure, he should be. I feel. I think he's just so worried about getting hurt.
Shot blocker, but I don't know if he's a good like defender.
It's tough because we don't see him enough, bro. Like I feel like he has the measurables so that when like he tries,
he's
good.
Like a top 10 player in the league if you wanted to.
Easily, bro. Because he's still shooting. Even last year, he was like 24 points and 60% shooting. Like he's so efficient.
Like I mean, he doesn't take a shot outside of like the restricted area, so
yeah,
and like they all go in.
Yeah, like he's an underrated finisher, bro.
And he's an underrated finisher, and also his ability to get the free throw line too. He's one of the players where like even though he's so physically imposing, refs still call the foul, bro.
Yeah, it's so obvious. Like it's. I hope the Pelicans I hope they're at least fun to watch. Like I think they have enough talent to be like kind of fun.
They do, but like it's gonna be hard.
Yeah,
it's a tough conference.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have one more player, right?
Yeah, you have one more player.
Yeah, my last player, I'll go Dyson Daniels on the Hawks.
Yeah.
Not for his defense, but more for taking that next step offensively. I think the Hawks got Lou Dort, so like again, like kind of like Nickeil Alexander-Walker on that kind of side, that he doesn't have to be the primary defender every single possession.
Yeah.
I think Dyson Daniels has like really good playmaker. He like sometimes plays point guard for the Hawks when he's in the game. He kind of when the second unit comes in, he's kind of like the one that's playmaking and running that unit. The shot needs to improve definitely, but I think he has a really good inside game. The mid-range and floater game was slowly coming together as the season progressed last season. So I think if his energy is focused more on the offensive end a little bit more compared defensively, I think we could see his offensive numbers go up. But again, like his primary duties when he's on the court are going to be to play like lockdown defense.
Yeah, that's going to be a scary defense too. Him and Dort.
Dort, Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Okongwu is a good defender.
Yeah, Jalen Johnson's not terrible. Like
yeah,
it's that's gonna be a good team, bro.
I mean, Jalen Johnson's actually bad at defense, bro.
He was really good, before they started giving him the ball.
Yeah,
And
he became
but
bad.
yeah, so that's why I don't know. I don't know if he's like ass or he's like decent, whatever. But
Yeah.
he doesn't need to be good. They have 4 fucking ball stoppers around him.
Yeah, I mean, I think what they're gonna do is they're just gonna try and not let anyone get in the paint,
What I'm saying.
and it's gonna happen at one point because you got that many good perimeter defenders, so you'll be fine.
Dort and Dyson, bro. Think about when Ant and Shea go against these teams, bro. It's gonna be like Dort on you to start, screen Dyson Daniels on you, screen Nikhil Alexander Walker on you, screen you
Bro,
have Jalen Johnson, who's like not a bad, but like
the
he
amount
can
of
move his
times
feet.
I'm gonna see like LaMelo pass it back from like inside the paint, then run back to the 3-point line, and then like the amount of times I'm gonna see that against these kind of teams.
I'm excited to see Shea versus Dort, bro. I want to know what practice. I want to see what practice is like.
I mean, they definitely go at it in Canada practice, and obviously Thunder.
They're best friends, you know. Like it's like crazy.
Dude, if Dort's not talking about it, I'm assuming he's getting cooked. Yeah. But yeah, that's what we had for you guys today. We did our 7 breakout players that we think are gonna take the next step next season. We'll probably come back on in the next couple of days, do another kind of discussion episode or maybe like another ranking episode like we've been doing. But the season is getting closer, kind of. It's like 2 months away. So keep sticking with us. We'll give you guys some more football content too as we get closer to the football season starting. But until then, follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at Stick to Basketball. And we will see you guys next episode. Peace.